ضيفنا الدائم في مجموعة الليكس.com يطل اليوم ليسرد وقائع قد تكون موثقة بمستندات ودلائل تتعلق بمحاولتي اغتياله واغتيال الوزير مروان حميدة وأحداث مجد العنجر. الحقيقة ليكس لم تشتهر لتشهر ولم تنشأ لتسيء، بل هدفها الدائم الحقيقة ليكس لأجل لبنان. وفي أثناء هذا المسار لعلنا ساهمنا بأن يتنبه المسؤول لمسؤوليته وألا يمارس هوايته اللبنانية الشهيرة النميمة، لأن المجالس ليست دائما بالأمانات. كأس الوزير المر في الجزء الثاني من حقيقة ليكس مر على المشتبه به رستم غزالي، العميد ريمون عازار، اللواء علي الحج، اللواء جميل السيد، سمير جعجع، ومزرعة 14 آذار، طبعا دائما بحسب لطف الوزير المر.
I tried to move my foot. The board of the car was on my knees too, here. That's why I have been cut here. All my quadriceps were out. Don't ask me how, but this is God. I could take myself from the seat. The door didn't open. I put my hand and my head out of the car and I throw my body to the street. At this time, when I felt in the street, the asphalt was burning. It was very hot. Perhaps I felt 100 degrees of hot in front of me. I saw one person carbonized near me, the man who has been killed in this, the poor man in this accident. So I tried to walk. It was very difficult from my left leg, but I could slowly. At this second, when I was trying to walk, I saw a person coming out from the trees, a tall person, very bronzy,
dark, tanned, dark.
Yes, not a black man.
Yeah.
Yes, with a small beard here.
Yeah.
Not big one, very small one. But I remember, you know, in these times when you are a little bit awake and you see one person, so you cannot forget him. He was very well hair-dressed. His hair were perfect. He was about 2 meters tall, because I saw him running out of the trees near me, and he jumped in the villa who was in the left of the street. And why I recognized that he was very tall, because every step was very quick and very large step. He jumped on, he looked at me when he was running, and I looked at him, and he ran away. He jumped over the garden and he disappears.
Do you think that he was in a way involved in this?
Yes, I think this is the man who pressed in the remote control.
Okay.
This is my feeling. You know, in such moment,
Yes.
you have very big sixth sense.
Yes.
You feel things because his eyes were fixing me. Normally, people don't run, come to help you. He jumped and he go through the forest. And I think the military police,
Yes.
when they came to the hospital, I told the officer, because they said, we didn't find anything. I say, if you go near the garden, you will find something there, because I saw this person in this area. They go and they catch the remote control. It's important. If they tell you, yes, Elmore, it's normal, because drug dealers, terrorists, etc. So I was, for me, to be attacked was plus or minus normal. But Marwan, no way for me, no way. So I wanted to discover something, and very quickly. And it was a point of honor to. So I gave orders, we worked hard, and we find the Al-Khansa man who made the plates. So I gave order to arrest him and to begin investigation. Then General Zain called me and told me that Rustum Ghazali called him and told him Marwan is a liar, he killed himself, or Israel killed him. So stop Munzir al-Ayyubi, and you stop following this stupid history. So Marwan Zain told me, I told him, you continue until the end, you don't answer to anybody. In the afternoon, the file was transferred to the G2 through Mr. Adnan Abdu. Even though I told them, even if the file is transferred, my duty is, if I found something, to continue. So continue. But sure, they were a little bit afraid, but they continued. They continued, especially General Marwan Zain continued. Because,
yes, why?
Because what I've been told from Marwan Zain and Munzir al-Ayyubi, that Rustum Ghazali told Marwan Zain that tell the stupid of Munzir al-Ayyubi, Colonel Munzir al-Ayyubi, to stop his investigation or he will see. The second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the seventh, and the eighth days, all the days after, the ISF was working on Marwan case. And you will see also that the file was transferred from the ISF to the G2 the first day.
Okay. And who was the G2, by the way, that time, during that period?
General Azar, Raymond Azar.
Okay. And when they found about this issue about Al-Khansa, the plate, license plate, it's at that time the order came, the instruction came that the file should move from, should be investigated, transferred to
the army.
To the G2, to the army.
Between brackets, there is few cases that have been transferred to the army. But these cases were transferred to give the opportunity of 2 or more services to work on. But when Marwan Zain, General Zain, told me that he was called from Rustum Ghazali, and so this transfer for me wasn't very Catholic. So then, to continue the 2 major incidents, the Anjar story, we arrested these people, and these people talked in the investigation that they were preparing explosives to the Italian embassy. I ordered Marwan Zain and Colonel Ayyubi to go and get the explosives. They went to Anjar, and they, because one of the arrested person, I think, went with them, I don't remember the details, and he shows them where were the explosives. So they took the first part of the explosive. Then a clash happened between Munzir al-Ayyubi and Ali al-Hajj, because Ali al-Hajj was the commander of the region, and he told Munzir al-Ayyubi, what are you coming doing in my region without asking permissions, etc. So instead of helping him, he was shouting on him like, if there is no explosive, the problem is why he went to the region. So he said, our job covers all Lebanon, and we are covered by the judge to make this job. And the Minister of Interior ordered me to bring the explosive. The second night, when we were investigating and following to see where are the other explosives, because this man, Mikati, talked in the investigation about 1 ton of explosives. So I was asking myself, why 1 ton for the embassy? 1 ton will blow up Beirut. We couldn't get all the explosives. Why? When these people were arrested, so they were talking one on each other, and one of them said the rest of the explosives are in the garden with my wife. My wife put them in the garden. So we went to the garden. We
digged
on a creuset.
digged
We digged and we found the explosives. So we arrested the wife too. And she talks about another wife, and we found some other explosives, and we arrested the other wife too. So when the wives were arrested and the explosives were coming to the judge and to the ISF and to the Ministry of Interior, at this moment Anjar exploded by manifestation, demonstration, putting my name on pancart and asking to kill me, etc. All the extremists were in the street, thousands of extremists passing near Mr. Rustom Ghazali's office, having pancart on my name, Minister of Interior of Lebanon, President of Arab Minister of Interior, asking for me to be killed. I didn't care. And we had, in the same time of the investigation, an incident, a surprise incident, that happened in the jail. Mr. Al-Khatib died in the jail. Monzer Al-Ayubi called me to tell me that I have a really very big accident and Al-Khatib is dead. So it was very surprising, and Anjar re-exploded another time with people on the street, burning my pictures, asking on the TVs to have my head, etc., etc. And in the same time, between Marwan, Anjar, and this story, the Syrian workers in Beirut began making troubles in my region, in Berj Hamoud, in Sen el-Fil, in Nab'a, in Juni, knives with Christian people. So when we succeeded in 2 hours, it was at 2-3 in the morning, I was working at home, following the situation on the ground. General Said Eid called me, and he told me that Rustom Ghazali told him, or you release the 2 women that we find the explosive in their house and garden now, or you don't know what will happen. So he told Rustom Ghazali, it is not my duty to release person. First, they are in the information center of the ISF. Second, they are arrested by the judge, and it is not. And because Said Eid never in his life talked to Rustom Ghazali, I have chosen officers that talk only with Lebanese authority. So he told me what I do, what do I do, and please calm it down, and I am scared because I don't want you to be hurt, etc. I told him it's not of your business. Who called you? How he called you? He told me he called me from the telephone of Ali al-Hajj. So I said, okay. I called the phone of Ali al-Hajj and I told him, you are in Rustom's office? He said, yes. I said, he's hearing? He said, yes. So I told him, tell Rustom Ghazali that I am doing my job for my country. I don't allow him to talk with Lebanese officers. If he has anything, he can talk to me. He can talk to the judge, but he cannot talk to Lebanese officers directly. And anyway, I will present my demission publicly tomorrow morning, and I don't want to continue, in this shit of country. He didn't say anything. He said, yes, sir. He closed because he couldn't answer me nicely because of where he were.
The information that there is an attack on the Italian embassy, how it came to your knowledge?
It came to my knowledge, the Italian talked to Jamil Sayed because the Sûreté Générale is
The focal point.
is the institution who is in charge for the international relation. So they talked to Jamil Sayed.
Okay.
Jamil Sayed called me and told me, sir, I have this information. Do I give it to the G2? I said no. We will take it in charge.
You mentioned that the relationship between Remo and between Remo Azar and General Sayed, they were really bad, and between General Sayed and Hamdan was really bad also, the worst. Would you mind to describe why they were with Azar bad and why they were worse? Why? What's happening?
Normally, not only in Lebanon, in the old world, normally services, intelligence services, fight between them. This is normal. You can add, in the third world, they fight more. And you can add the Syrian presence here, and everyone wanted to be the first contact with Syria and the most powerful man with Syria. So there were a challenge between Remo Azar and Jamil Sayed on these purposes. So everyone wanted to always put un bâton dans les roues.
Yeah, stab in the back.
Yes, to not let the other be on the first. Mustafa Hamdan is another case between him and Jamil Sayed. Mustafa Hamdan was near the president, and Jamil Sayed was considering that Mustafa Hamdan is the main problem near Lahoud, and that's why Lahoud doesn't want him anymore in his place. So he was considering that Mustafa Hamdan is saying to Lahoud that bad things on Jamil Sayed to pull him out from his place. May, June 2005, I was Minister of Defense. Before the elections, few days before, the parliament took a decision to make a law with the majority now to release the Anjar and some of the Dhaniyis people for election purposes, because Hariri's group wants to win the north, because in the north this would balance the majority from one side to another. So they made this law, and in the other side to release Samir Jajan in a law to put him in front of Michel Aoun.
Do you believe that the Rustam Ghazali, Your Excellency, is involved in a way or in another in this attack? What that was planned against the Italian embassy?
I don't have any direct information or indirect information.
Please.
But the only question mark that I have,
Yes, please.
that why he let these people stay in Anjar near his office in this region all this time. Second, why he let these people make demonstration in Anjar village where his office is. Third, why he intervenes
Yeah.
to leave the two girls that were hiding the explosives in their houses.
Yeah.
Fourth, why he allowed these people in his village, where in Anjar nobody can move Kleenex paper without his consent. So why he let them put my name on a pancart saying that they want to kill me?
Yeah. Yeah.
So the behavior is suspicious for me.
Okay.
Your Excellency, do you believe there's any connection between these events and what happened to you on the 12th of July?
To me,
Yes.
this is the question. This is the big question. Let's say if this group did not do it, they gave the opportunity to another group to do it and to put it on their back.
Can you elaborate on that answer?
Yes. Let's say if the report that I gave you about the man who is arrested, if this group did it, they had the terrain to make an explosion against me.
Yeah.
Because the Anjar group was very clear in the newspapers, etc., etc. So they can put it on the back. So let's say the Anjar group is a candidate. This group in Ain al-Hilwi is a candidate. The big question, who was covering these candidates?
During that walk, he told you have to be careful.
No, he told me that in the restaurant, in the Chinese restaurant.
Okay, you have to be careful. And you told him, you replied, you too.
Sure.
Okay. Why you had that feeling for him? That he has to be careful?
I had that feeling because Marwan Ahmadi was attacked. I was from Geneva, you have satellites so you can watch TVs here. I was listening to the attacks in the TVs. Wiam Wahab, Islam Franji, all these people. So it was really amazing. Very dangerous statements. Treating him of Israeli, treating him of traitor, treating. So I said it is not normal what is happening. So for me it was waqiha.
Circumstance, but minute I would say you thought that he may be.
It is not easy at all to even dream that Rafiq Hariri can be killed. He was really an international figure. He was an international economic figure. He was a very powerful man with Chirac, with Saudis in the Gulf countries, everywhere. So for me, and I thought that when the attack on Marwan, I thought that if it is a message, it is sent to Rafiq Hariri, to Walid Jumblat, and to Marwan, because he was also, they were talking that he was involved in the 1559, and he wasn't. Many people, many countries can have the benefit if you would follow the French proverb who say "à qui profite le crime."
Who benefits from the crime?
Until now, Syria is in a very bad shape after this crime. So the last 30 years in Lebanon, Syria made a very good calculation. So if I have to think that there is a probability of a Syrian attack against Hariri, this will tell me a conclusion immediately that this is a stupid regime, because if you don't know what are the consequences of killing such a person, so it is really very dangerous to govern a country. So if it is the case, I will let you take the conclusions within the all information that you have between your hands. But to say that Hariri was loved by Syria in 2004 and 5, he was telling me no. So it was very clear from him that he wasn't loved by Syrians. He was fighting them politically, he was fighting them through the parliamentary elections. He fought them with the extension of Lahoud.
Am I right if I say that that you are part of the 14th of March or no?
No, I'm not part of the 14th of March. I am a big friend to Saad Hariri and Baha Hariri. I am a friend and respected from Mrs. Nazik, and I respect her. I am a big friend of the Hariri group, Salim Diab, Shanna, Ashraf Rifi, etc. since years. Salim Diab, I know him since 20 years, before he was with Hariri. I am a friend with Walid Jumblat. I am not a friend of Samir Jaja. I cannot be, this is my culture, I cannot be in a political farm. This for me looks like a farm. You don't know where it begins and where it finishes. You have from the extremist Christian Samir Jaja to the extremist communist Samir Franji and Atallah. I don't share with them, make everything to get the power and to keep it. It's not me, and they cannot give me anything anyway. My political future is behind me, not in front of me. Unfortunately, my father was Deputy Prime Minister at 70 years old. I was at 42. He was at 70 years old Interior Minister. I was at 38. He wanted to be one day President of the Arab Minister of Interior. He couldn't in 10 years. I had the chance to have it twice. So what I'm asking for now, I'm asking for a country who will be safe.
Who may know, since we were talking about the knowledge, who may know about possible threats against Hariri?
Who may?
Or who knows?
No, it's easy. We'll go together and we'll catch him now. Who might know? Jadeed Said. This is my personal.
Yes, of course. Based on what? Based on what?
Based that I'm not intelligence service officers, but I know that how they work. Because since 7 years I am dealing with this kind of people. Unfortunately for me. So he is the only man who can know what did he write about Hariri or about me or about anybody to Syria.
ملف بنك المدينة لم يغب عن جلسة التحقيق مع الرئيس سعد الحريري ولا عن جلسة الوزير المر، إلا أننا آثرنا عدم بثه أولا لكثافة معلوماته، وثانيا لأن لجنة التحقيق الدولية كانت في تحقيقاتها السابقة قد أجهضت بنك المدينة من بنك الاغتيالات، وفي حال وجدنا الحاجة لبثها فلن نتردد. الحقيقة ليكس لم تنتهي بعرض الحقائق على حقيقتها، وإليكم قريبا.
معروف رقم الهاتف تبعه في حمص، وبالتالي السلطات السورية ممكن تدلكم عليه في مواصفاته الشخصي وأين يسكن في حمص، كله موجود ده العنوان.
تقييم سعد الحريري مرتين، واللي معك من المليون للمليار.
طلب من رئيس حريري، طلب من وسام الحسن